First of all, very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start or continuing with the process of transcription where the initiation step is completed. Now, in this class, I am going to discuss about the elongation process. Now, first we discuss about the previous class content or revise previous class content. Then we proceed to the today's topic. So, here is the process of transcription. Transcription, or according to the central dogma hypothesis given by Watson and Crick, or Crick gave that the central dogma hypothesis. A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic, or continuing with the topic process of transcription, where the process of transcription divided into 3 steps: initiation, elongation and termination. The initiation is completed in previous class. Now in this class I am going to start or discuss about the elongation step of process of transcription. Now during the process of transcription, as we already discussed in initiation step, first the RNA polymerase, second, because mainly we are going to discuss about the synthesis of mRNA. So for the mRNA, the RNA polymerase also said to be DNA dependent RNA polymerase should be RNA polymerase second. Now third, involved in the transcription of tRNA and DNA, which undergoes in the synthesis of tRNA, and the first RNA polymerase undergoes in the synthesis of ribosomal RNA. So, in the DNA synthesis, synthesis of mRNA or messenger RNA, in the initiation step, the RNA polymerase RNA polymerase second, which is a holoenzyme, which binds with the double helical or duplex of the DNA. There is no single structure of DNA, so they bind with the double stranded DNA to form hybrid structure, or also said to be tertiary structure. Now the DNA dependent RNA polymerase second have 2 parts: the core enzyme and the sigma factor, which sigma factor actually have ability to recognize a specific sequence, so the initiation will be start on the DNA molecule. The RNA polymerase second, which is formed by the 2 units, the sigma factor, or 2 section also said to be sigma factor, formed by sigma factor, and here is core enzyme. Now core enzyme, finally the sigma factor have the ability, by this ability they can easily recognize the specific sequence or DNA molecule. The transcription unit present on DNA molecule have 3 reasons. These reasons are promoter, structural gene and terminator. By adding on with the help of sigma factor, the core enzyme or holoenzyme can easily bind with the promoter region, because the promoter have the specific sequence, or sigma factor actually increase the affinity of core enzyme towards the promoter region or towards the specific sequence, or while decrease the affinity towards the other sequence except the promoter region. So that's why with the help of this sigma factor, the holoenzyme or core enzyme can easily bind with the promoter region, or promoter region situated at the 5' end or towards the upstream of the DNA, whereas the terminator region situated towards the 3' end or downstream of the DNA. Now after the binding of or recognition of the specific sequence or promoter sequence, finally the sigma factor dissociate from the DNA molecule, or dissociate from the core enzyme, or the core enzyme have the catalytic property that is catalytic property for the bond formation in between the two nucleotides, but how they release, or when they release, when the sigma factor release from the core enzyme. So after the synthesis of 8 to 9 nucleotides or addition of 8 to 9 nucleotides, finally the bond formation takes place in between the two nucleotides, or phosphoester bond formation takes place in between the two nucleotides. So that after the addition of 8 to 9 nucleotide, finally the sigma factor dissociates from the core enzyme, or the core enzyme elongate the chain of mRNA. Now let's move to the today's topic. All these points related to the initiation step. Now in this class we are going to discuss about the elongation, or I am going to discuss about the second step, elongation. Now in the elongation, or during the elongation, first after the dissociation of, because DNA is formed by the 3 segments, or also said to be the transcription unit formed by 3 segments: promoter, structural gene and terminator. Here is the after the synthesis of 8 to 9 nucleotide, finally the core enzyme cross the DNA, or after cross the promoter region present on DNA, or promoter sequences present on DNA. Finally the sigma factor dissociate from the core enzyme. Here is the core enzyme, but here is prime. Now, but the core enzyme which have ability for the synthesis or addition, have ability for addition of nucleotides, for reading of these nucleotides, because the addition of nucleotides takes place when the RNA polymerase, DNA dependent RNA polymerase second, when read the sequences of the DNA molecule, but one of the two DNA molecule, that is the melting of these DNA molecule takes place after the addition of DNA polymerase or DNA duplex. Here is the formation of finally the hybrid structure during the elongation. Hybrid structure, that means the hybrid structure contain RNA and DNA. Approximately after the formation or addition of 8 to 9 nucleotide, finally the replication bubble moves towards the downstream, or moves towards the terminator end, downstream or terminator end, or they add one by one nucleotide, and the rewinding and unwinding both takes place in the DNA molecule. Unwinding of DNA molecule, that is opening of the DNA molecule and the formation of transcription bubble. But when the RNA polymerase move towards the downstream, finally move towards the downstream, and so that the unwinding of DNA takes place, or there is super positive and negative, both supercoiling takes place on the DNA molecule by the addition of RNA polymerase second. So on moving along with DNA molecule, RNA polymerase unwinds DNA and the sequences which rest behind the RNA polymerase during the movement or during the unwinding of DNA. Rest of the sequence which are present behind the RNA polymerase undergoes in rewinding, and there is during the movement of RNA polymerase, the positive supercoiling takes place towards the up towards the downstream, and negative supercoiling takes place behind the RNA polymerase during the movement, because during the unwinding of DNA, when the RNA polymerase move along the DNA, finally they open the DNA molecule during the movement, or unwinding the DNA. Unwinding of DNA takes place during the movement of RNA polymerase second along because the both the strand coil each other, so that during the movement or during the breakdown of these hydrogen bond which is present in between the double or triple hydrogen bond which are present in between the two nucleotide strand of DNA. The positive supercoiling creates during the unwinding or during the rewinding of DNA molecule, the negative supercoiling created behind the RNA polymerase second. So these two removed by the gyrase, the positive supercoiling removed by the gyrase enzyme, whereas negative supercoiling removed by the topoisomerase first. Topoisomerase first enzyme. So how they work? Now the DNA gyrase, which is an enzyme which remove the positive supercoiling, and topoisomerase which removes the negative supercoiling, which is created by all these two are created by the RNA polymerase second. When the RNA polymerase second move along with DNA, or during the movement, the unwinding of DNA caused by the RNA polymerase second for the synthesis of RNA or for the synthesis of mRNA, so that they can easily form the transcription bubble, and the RNA polymerase second can easily read one by one sequence to add RNA molecule or mRNA molecule to synthesize or add the nucleotides finally they form the RNA molecule. RNA polymerase collectively, topoisomerase first and the gyrase first. And the synthesis of during the elongation, the synthesis of addition of one by one nucleotide takes place about approximately 40 nucleotides add per second The speed of synthesis of mRNA is about 20 nucleotides, addition of 40 nucleotides per second. So this is the speed by which the RNA polymerase second synthesize mRNA molecule at 37 degrees centigrade. At 37 degrees centigrade of body temperature. So during the elongation process, because we already discussed the structure of RNA. In the RNA molecule, the nucleotides have the 2' hydroxyl group also, other than 3' hydroxyl group, because as we draw the structure of mRNA, the 2' hydroxyl group also present on the mRNA. So that's why the 2' hydroxyl group also act as a nucleophile, or the reactive center are also present on the 2' of all the nucleotides which are added on the mRNA molecule. And here is also the phosphate group, 5' phosphate group. Now this phosphate group is more reactive towards the 3' hydroxyl group as well as 2' hydroxyl group. So that's why somehow if the phosphate group present on 5' hydroxyl group, 5' carbon reacts itself or reacts its 2' hydroxyl group. So this make the distorted structure of RNA, or due to the more reactivity of phosphate group which is present on the 5' carbon. So the more reactive of the phosphate group, due to the more reactive of phosphate group, the phosphate group is attacked similar to 3' to S3' on the 2 prime hydroxyl group. So that's why the RNA molecule as compared to the DNA molecule is less stable as compared to the DNA molecule. So that's why there is need for capping of the 5 prime in by 7M or 7-methyl guanosine triphosphate. So the addition of the 5 prime phosphate or 5 prime capping need for decreasing the reactivity of these 5 prime phosphate group, or due to this reason the capping needed during the transcription process. Whenever the small section of RNA polymerase synthesized during the transcription process, after the addition of 8 to 9 nucleotide, the capping takes place in the mRNA molecule, that is the capping of 7-M-methyl 7-methyl guanosine triphosphate. So this process takes place in the synthesis of mRNA, where for securing the phosphate group, so for decreasing the reactivity of phosphate group present on the 5 prime end, there is need for capping of the end of mRNA, 5 prime end of mRNA, for decreasing the reactivity of mRNA for its own strand. So that's why the capping takes place, and the capping of the mRNA done by the 7-methyl guanosine triphosphate. This is also written as GBP, guanosine M7-methyl guanosine triphosphate, done on the 5 prime end of the mRNA during the synthesis of the mRNA or during the transcription process. This is need for the decreasing the reactivity of the RNA molecule, because they are more reactive to their chain 2 prime hydroxyl group as well as 3 prime hydroxyl group. So somehow any complication if occurs, so they do the 5 prime phosphate group somehow bind with the 2 prime hydroxyl group, so the structure of mRNA becomes distorted, and due to this distorted structure, finally the mRNA undergoes in degeneration. They are also unstable due to the presence of 2 prime hydroxyl group. So that's why the RNA molecule, due to the RNA molecule, some of the viruses, or because the RNA molecule is also function as a catalyst, or in the some viruses they are due to the reactive reason of the RNA, or causes a less stable RNA and causes the mutation in some of the viruses. So that's why the viruses, every time the mutated due to the or due to the unstable RNA, the new viruses evolve every second from the older one, or due to this reason the mutation caused in viruses, somehow they become more virulent in some of cases. So that is the reason, because of they have the genetic material of formed by RNA, or RNA is the genetic material in those organisms. So the organism is less stable, or also said to be the mutation causing in the organism. So now during the synthesis process takes place in the direction of towards the downstream, or at the speed of 40 nucleotide addition takes place per second at the 37 degrees centigrade. Now during the movement RNA polymerase creates a positive supercoiling towards the downstream or towards the 3 prime end, and also create the negative supercoiling towards the 5 prime end or uphill stream. So that's why downhill stream or uphill stream. So the enzymes DNA guidase and topoisomerase first remove the supercoiling Diarase remove the positive supercoiling, whereas the topoisomerase decreases the negative supercoiling, which are created by the DNA dependent RNA polymerase second. So they only synthesize the mRNA. When finally they reaches to the termination point, or after when they reach towards the downhill stream, or towards the 3' or towards the terminator region, finally the termination takes place by two methods, that is row dependent method or the hair pin loop formation. By these two method, finally the termination of RNA synthesis takes place, or the mRNA synthesis is stopped by the hairpin loop formation, or by the row dependent method. So now let us discuss about the last step, that is third step or termination step. The step of transcription is termination. In the termination process, the termination takes place by two steps and involve two type of mechanism. First is hairpin formation. And the second mechanism is row dependent. So let us discuss about the first type of hairpin formation. The sequence is generally hairpin formation occur at the sequence of GC ridge. So the sequence which have GC ridge segment forms the hair loop, or so that finally the newly formed mRNA get dissociated from the DNA molecule. Now here is the double helical structure. Because the replication bubble reaches up to the terminator sequence or termination region, or when they reaches onto termination sequence, so they dissolve the RNA polymerase here, dissolve or melt the double or triple hydrogen bond, mostly triple hydrogen bond, because this region or terminator region formed by or have GC rich sequence. So that's why GC rich sequence have ability, because as we already know the hybrid structure forms in the region, or here the GC rich sequence when form or followed by the adenosine, multiple of adenine, also said to be adenine, followed by adenine, or GC rich sequence form double or triple hydrogen bond, mostly because GC rich sequence here is G, so they form triple hydrogen bond, again triple hydrogen bond in between the nucleotides present on the RNA segment or itself to form the double stranded RNA, because as we already know, when the double stranded RNA form, they degenerate or undergoes in degeneration. So that's why the hairpin formation stimulate or followed by the A sequence stimulate the dissociation of hybrid structure or hybrid complex. Here is the hybrid complex of RNA and DNA, which is formed by the RNA polymerase second for the polymerization reaction, for the polymerization of mRNA strand, or second which catalyze the reaction, or they form because the reason code G and C sequence, so that they are become complementary to each other, or due to the complementarity they form the double stranded RNA molecule, or in between in the two strand of RNA molecule the most of the GC sequences are present, or only few of the AT sequences are present. So GC sequences form the double or GC sequence form the triple hydrogen bond and form the double helical structure of RNA molecule. Or here we already during the elongation the capping is done, or guanine 7 methyl by the guanine 7 methyl triphosphate. So here is phosphate group, capping done for securing the mRNA molecules so that they become less reactive for their 2' hydroxyl group. So that's why the 3 addition of 7 methyl guanosine triphosphate done on the 5' end, whereas in at the 3' end, because here is 3' also formed, the guanine, the reason of the complementarity behind the complementarity or complement sequence, the polyadenylation takes place. That phenomena is known as tallying or by the polyadenylation, addition of polyadenine, polymer of adenine, or also said to be approximately there are 200 adenine at the 3' region for securing make RNA molecule to less reactive, so that whenever they need, so that's why for this reason, for making most reactive element to become a less reactive element, because RNA are reactive in nature, RNAs are reactive, whatever the RNAs are present, tRNA, RNA, mRNA too. So that's why, because of the 2' hydroxyl group present on the RNA region. So that's why the presence of triphosphate makes RNA molecule less stable, that is known as capping, and here is tallying, because tallying is done by the addition of polyadenine chain on the 3' region behind the GC ridge sequence or behind the hair loop or stem loop formation. Here is also said to be stem loop formation takes place on the on the RNA molecule for the dissociation of this RNA hybrid complex. Or finally, after the formation of hairpin, finally the RNA get dissociated from the DNA molecule, or RNA polymerase to dissociate from the strand, and rebinding of DNA molecule occurs on the RNA molecule. Now second strand is Rho factor. Second mechanism is Rho dependent mechanism, Rho dependent termination. In the Rho dependent termination, the Rho factor bind to the RNA polymerase. By the binding of RNA Rho dependent second is Rho dependent termination. Rho dependent termination, when the RNA polymerase reaches at the termination point, with the RNA polymerase Rho factor bind or Rho dependent enzyme bind to the RNA polymerase, so that the hybrid structure get dissociate from the DNA molecule. Here is DNA and here is RNA. There is also polyadenylation, addition of polyadenylate chain occur on the mRNA molecule, so that for securing the both the end of mRNAs. So that's why the capping and tallying takes place in the synthesis of mRNA during after the mRNA formation. The finally at the end, the Rho factor subunit bind or enzyme, also said to be enzyme, bind with the RNA polymerase second, so that it trigger or dissociate the bond in between, or melt the bond between in between the RNA and DNA, because the Rho factor function as helicase. Here is ATP dependent RNA stimulated helicase. helicase. So here is the enzyme which function is the termination. Here is the overall transcription process of transcription where the DNA undergoes in transcription process to form the RNA molecule. Transcription to form the RNA molecule by the transcription process. The transcription involved in the 3-step or takes place in the 3-step, or also said to be divided in 3-step. First is initiation, second is elongation, and last step is termination. In the initiation, first the recognition of promoter sequence so that the transcription starts from the on the DNA molecule by the addition of RNA polymerase. Second, the sigma factor help in the simply recognize or help DNA molecules, help RNA polymerase second to recognize the specific sequence present on DNA molecule. By the sigma factor have ability to increase affinity towards the sequence, specific sequence, promoter sequence, and decrease the affinity towards the other sequences which are the structural gene sequence also said to be. Now, after the addition of RNA polymerase second, finally after synthesis of 8 to 9 nucleotide, the sigma factor dissociates from the RNA polymerase second and the elongation starts. During the elongation process, the one by one nucleotide added in the form of ATP, GTP, and GTP, CTP, and UTP, because uracil replaced the thymine. So that's why the RNA become less stable, because there is also presence of 2' hydroxyl group which function as a reaction center just like the 3' hydroxyl group. So somehow they function as nucleophile. So that's make mRNA to less stable, and the 5' phosphate group are more reactive, so they react its own 2' hydroxyl group, because they are exposed towards the outside or function as a nucleophile. So the capping and telling both are takes place for securing both the end of mRNA molecule. So now in termination, there are two mechanisms involved in the termination: hairpin formation and stem loop formation, also said to be, and row dependent termination. In hair loop formation, the G or C sequence are highly rich at the terminal region, so that the double stranded mRNA form or form triple hydrogen bond with itself mRNA, so that they form double stranded mRNA. Finally, they get dissociate from the DNA, and also the polyadenylation takes place after the formation of hairpin. So and the second step is row dependent termination. In the row dependent termination, a simply a row factor bind to the RNA polymerase that melt the hydrogen bond which is present in between the RNA and DNA. After the melting of hydrogen bond, simply the row factor is an ATP dependent RNA stimulated helicases. So the function of helicase is simply removal of hydrogen bond, breakdown of hydrogen bond. By this purpose, they release the mRNA molecule. So here is the overall transcription. Now I hope you like this video, so keep listening and watching me. Thank you for listening and watching me.